Hello and welcome to today's session for Legal Futures, lease extension, avoiding the problem areas, or perhaps it should be avoiding some of the problem areas. I'm Sarah Thompson-Copsey and welcome to today's session. So in today's session, we're going to be looking at lease extension. Now we call it lease extension, but of course it isn't actually lease extension. It's the right to a new lease if you are a flat tenant. If you have a long lease of a flat, then you are entitled to a new lease for 90 years plus the unexpired term of your current lease. And this is under the Leasehold Reform Housing and Urban Development Act 1993. So on that individual right, you get the new lease, and the new lease will be at a peppercorn rent and with a term of 90 years plus, and you get that lease on payment of a premium. Nonetheless, although I keep talking about it being a new lease, we all refer, don't we, to it being a lease extension, but quite clearly we know that if you actually extend the term of the lease, that isn't going to work because an extension of the term of the lease will lead to an automatic deemed surrender and regrant with problems at the land registry, problems with the lender. So a lease extension given under the 93 Act is the grant of a new lease, and the mortgage just pops out and pops back in again, if you like, as a way of thinking about that. So it shouldn't be impacted by the fact that there's a mortgage over the property. So in today's session, we're going to be looking at some of the problems associated with this grant of the new lease. We'll be looking at problems around flat, around tenant, around notices and counter notices and service, and problems around new lease terms and the timetable and costs.